Quick video for perspective and side-by-side comparison. This is $377 worth of Proto sockets. This is $318 worth of tools from Snapon.com. And what I've got here is the 5CF midget pliers, good for holding on to little screws and whatnot and kind of forcing them out, kind of a stripped screw extractor. And then I've got the 22 millimeter 3/8 drive 6-point. And then I've got 21 through 24 millimeter in 3/8 drive 6-point. So that completes, that's I now own every 3/8 drive 6-point metric socket Snap-on makes. So all the way down to I think 6 millimeter or whatever that is, and all the way up to I think 22 in deep and then 24 in the shallow. Those are pretty much the only Snap-on sockets that I own is that set, because they're expensive. I mean, like I said, this is 320 bucks worth of stuff. Now these go to not a Snap-on set. These go to some other tool sets that I have, but Snap-on apparently is the only company that I can find that makes a USA made in 5/8 1/4 inch. So this is a 5/8 1/4 inch, same thing in deep, and then the same thing but 6-point. And these are great. This is my favorite locking wobble socket. Probably my favorite wobble extension rather is the Snap-on. The reason I like them is the lock works really well and they're loose. And the reason that loose matters is so that it works. I mean, it doesn't bind up in a corner. It spins real nice. You know, a lot of times when you're using a wobble socket, you're kind of in a tight spot, and what will happen is you'll pull out and the wobble will come and the socket will stay on the bolt, and it's a little bit of an ordeal to get it out. With the locking, it'll pull your socket out with you. Now let me show you what this Proto stuff is. Okay, these are the actual Proto tools from that Zorro order. This is an 11-piece 12-point 1/4 inch set. It's a metric 12-point set. And this is a 15-piece set of SAE 12-point 1/2 inch drive deep. Again, Proto 12-point metric 1/2 inch drive shallow 15-piece set. And then these are the SAE 15-piece 1/2 inch drive 12-point set. So this is what the inside of a Proto socket looks like. Nicely machined, great chrome. They've also got that sort of extra chrome on the interior. You know, maybe the big one's a better example. And they're just as pretty as you please, and you know, they come basically in a plastic bag inside a cardboard box, which is, you know, far poorer packaging than the nice little Snap-on rail with the little magnetic doodads in it to hold your sockets. They're much more basic than a Snap-on socket, but I think they're pretty. And they're made in America, and they hold to the fastener, and they don't break. And if they do break, you can take them. For me, there's a local supply store that sells Proto, so I can go to the local supply store and replace them. I like them. I'm happy. Most of my sockets now actually are probably Proto sockets. Like I say, I do have some Snap-on tools, but it's everything I need and nothing I don't. And let me rephrase that. It's more than I need. None of that stuff had to be Snap-on. Not a single piece of that had to be Snap-on. None of it had to be made in America to be good stuff. It could have all been gear wrench and got me where I needed to be. Well, there you go. $377 worth of Proto sockets and $318 worth of Snap-on tools. So with this here, I've got about 700 bucks worth of pliers from Snap-on to get, which is not a lot of pliers. It's all the precision small pliers like these, the P-series pliers. And I'm done with Snap-on products. I've got one big set of SK sockets to get, and I'm done with sockets altogether. A few $100s worth of things on Amazon, odds and ends, pliers, deburring tools, stuff like that. And I'm done with hand tools altogether, like all the hand tools I want or ever will want bought. So as I'm coming to the end of this journey of loading my toolbox with quality tools, for those of you new to this channel, I was under a vehicle working on something and busted a knuckle, and it was because I didn't have the right tool. And I thought of all the things that I fix and all the things that I work on myself and struggle through, and how I've basically been doing more with less, and really working hard to get there. And I said, you know what, all this money I save fixing stuff myself, I'm gonna pause saving and really outfit my toolbox properly. And so if I could call do-over, I wouldn't buy anything differently. And the reason for that is I didn't impulse buy anything. I used a list on Amazon, and I put tools on it, and I watched them and thought about them and did and didn't buy them, and you know, and put things on the list and took things off the list, and ultimately ended up with this well thought out purchase and that well thought out purchase. I did the same thing on Snapon. I made an account and I created a wish list, and I looked at the wish list and added to it, took away. I bought a lot of tools on eBay, light use, new looking tools on eBay. A lot of stuff from pawn shops, breaker bars, even sockets and whatnot. So I took my time, I saved money where I could, used a lot of coupons like I did here. I'm happy with what I bought. I think the big deal is that it was all thought out. Don't go out and just impulse buy stuff, you know, take your time, make the right choices.